There we go. We are live. We are live. Hopefully you guys can see me. You guys can hear me. We'll get started in just a minute. May turn the brightness up just a little bit here. Getting a little festive, a little early. Jency Molina, what's going on? We'll give everybody just a couple of minutes to log in here. What is going on? Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Jackie, how you doing? Thanks so much for jumping in there. Microsoft Mary Fan. What it do, what it do. Great to see you guys. Good evening, good evening. 12 people in the house, 17 people plus. It is climbing. Definitely hit that thumbs up down below if you guys are just checking in. We'll get started in just a minute here. Bus, what it do? Bus, it's great to see you on here. Drew's Food Reviews in the house as well. Carlos Ortega, Kyle Broussard, Matt Covington. What it do, what it do. Great to see you guys. Saberfan, Ian, the man with the master plan. Well, hopefully I have a plan. We'll see how this goes tonight. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. I'm going to see how long my voice goes tonight here. I already feel it's crackling already, but we'll see how we do here with this here. But welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. If you guys want to get a nice frosty beverage for yourself while we're about to get started here in about 3 minutes or so. Elizabeth Ricard, thanks so much for jumping on. Nice to see you guys. Kenneth Taylor in effect as well. Alex Owensby, thanks so much for jumping on. What it do? Doing okay. It's a little chilly here tonight, but I am definitely nice and warm right now. Let's see. Great to see everybody on here. Shout outs to Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews as well too there. Hopefully you're doing okay and the rehabilitation continues. Carlos Ortega, one of my favorite food reviewers. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. KS, does Jack in the Box have the white cheddar burger near you? Yes, they've actually had that for about a week and a half now. I'm trying to make my way back. I may or may not be able to get to that. But we'll have to see there. There's a couple of other things I'm a little bit more interested in from them. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Who else do we have on here right now? Kyle Broussard just was checking Instagram. There was no live story. Yep. You already know if something comes up and I'm not able to stream, I will definitely post it on the IG story there. So always check there. If you don't see anything there, then you know we are golden. Michael Domayer, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. I appreciate you jumping in there. Owen V, I feel like you talk like I rhyme, and I'm here for it. Oh, cool. Owen, we appreciate that. Bus, one of my patrons as well. Thank you so much for jumping up with the super chat donation. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Definitely goes towards the channel always. You guys definitely help me out and keep the dream alive. So thank you so much for that, Bus7332. Great to see you on here. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. We'll do the official intro in about a minute or so here. But again, thank you so much for everyone for joining right now. We've got 27 people here on a Friday night, only 11 thumbs up. So if you haven't hit that like button down below, definitely smash it up. We are going to be reviewing something here in the honor of the week coming up. And I've been sitting on this for a minute here, not literally, but I definitely want to check this out. And I hope you guys do as well. Let's see, who else do we have here? Matt Covington is in the house as well. Always recognize that avatar, Matt. Great to see you on here. Let's see here. I love how you guys are always interacting in the chat. It warms my heart. Definitely. We have such an amazing community here on my channel, and I appreciate you guys for doing what you do, as well as my mods, all the awesome peeps with the blue wrenches next to their names that do what they do throughout the stream. They see things that should not be. So I appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. Drew, I don't know. We'll have to see what it is. We'll wait for about maybe a quarter past the hour to jump in here, but we'll get started in about a second or two here. It looks like it's about to click into the top of the hour. Hopefully this is not too dark for you guys. I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more intimate tonight, keep some of the lights out, but just keep some of the Christmas stuff kind of going there, get you guys in the mood. Hopefully you guys like that. If you guys like what you're seeing so far, and if you can actually see me, hit me with a thumbs up in the chat here right now. That would be amazing. Bus, any changes coming because of COPA? We are going to be talking about that. I've been getting messages directly from a lot of people asking me about that earlier, as well as one of my mods reaching out to me and letting me know if I'm going to be discussing some of that. I had a feeling this was going to come up without me having to say anything. So yes, we'll talk about that for sure. And obviously it's leaving a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths right now, just the mere mention of it. So we'll talk about that for sure here. So let me shoot to the very top over here really quickly just to get myself ready. And again, Bus7332, thank you very so much for the super chat donation. You can definitely find sponsors officially for the channel should you guys donate either here in the chat or PayPal somewhere. You'll find that link down below in the description. as official show sponsors. And I'll go over that again real quick since we're about to jump into it, because guys, it is the top of the hour right now. So with that said, guys, welcome to the Friday night live stream. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. It is November 22nd, which is crazy. My name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out reviews here on YouTube. And I create what I like to call high quality foodie features. And I love giving you all the lusciously delicious details of everything that you guys are looking at. Hopefully what I'm going to be reviewing is something that you want to see, and you definitely are into what I'm going to be doing there. But I have a lot of fun doing what I do. You guys can find a lot of content. There's over 980 plus pieces of content here on my channel right now, which is insane. And we just celebrated 24,000 subscribers plus right now, guys. It's been so crazy this past week. I haven't even put up a post yet about that, which I plan to do this weekend. But I wanted to let you guys know, thank you again. Just insane. Every time we hit these milestones, it is just an insane situation. I'm very humbled, very grateful. And I thank you guys wholeheartedly for the love and support of the channel, as well as just really enjoying and taking part of the community here on YouTube. So I appreciate that greatly. Do have a look around. If it's your first time here and you're happening upon this and you're wondering who exactly I am, definitely hit the About tab here on the channel as well. You'll find a whole bunch of playlists with all kinds of stuff there based upon the location where I'm reviewing from. So it's all categorized, it's all neat, and you guys should have a lot of fun doing that. And should you wish to donate to the channel, the very last time I'll mention it here, definitely take a look at the description box down below. You'll have two ways to do it. Of course, Super Chat, as well as PayPal Direct. You'll find that link in the banner if you're watching it on your desktop. But naturally, the links will be down below in the description as well. And everything does go back towards the channel, which in turn goes back to you guys to keep pumping out the content that I do multiple times every single week, in addition to live streaming more often than not on Friday nights here. So guys, thank you so much for jumping in. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourself a thumbs up. Let's see some clap emojis in the chat. That would be awesome as well. Let's get interactive with it. But I appreciate you guys greatly for being here right now. And guys, it's pre-Thanksgiving week right now too. So, you know, it is going to be on in terms of what we've got going on here for sure for Thanksgiving. Naturally, we really kind of want to get Thanksgiving out of the way before anything Christmas. So forgive me for having my lights up early, but I'm just very much in the festive mode around November. I like to kind of like the very beginning of November, right after Halloween, I kind of get everything ready to go. So didn't do this last week. I planned to, but now we've got it up and it's ready to roll. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the emojis and all the celebratory stuff we've got going here. It is amazing. Let's see. Drew is at about 1,300 videos. Yes, you are, Drew. And a ridiculous amount of live streaming too, which is a very good thing. Awesome stuff here with you guys. Drink of choice for tonight, warm water, because I'm still under the weather, guys. Very uneventful, I know, but it is what it is. All right. Jackie Hero, heard YouTube will be removing channels or content if they deem it not financially viable. Yes, it is kind of crazy right now. Teresa, thanks so much for jumping on here. I'm going to try and say hello to people as we go, as we're going down the line here. Let me get caught up at the very bottom of the chat. Jon Hendren, thank you so much. Big ups to my man. Very cool, man. I appreciate you. Jesse. Very, very cool. And that is actually officially from Jon Hendren. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the message there. $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Another sponsor for the stream tonight. So you guys are amazing. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you very much for that. Kenneth Taylor, Sarah Star Vlogs Review. Pringles is having a limited edition roasted turkey flavor this year. Really? Oh, craziness. We'll have to see what's up with that. Let's see here. Yes, Sarah, 24K. It's nuts. It is nuts. It is nuts. And Drew, yes, I'm on with the reviews. There's always something coming there. The next one is coming tomorrow. I've got a few pieces in the hopper I've been trying to get off my laptop. I'm always trying to move things off my laptop because I'm always moving things on. So, you know, naturally, there's always something from McDonald's coming. You'll find that early this coming week. It's already in the can, ready to go. So you'll find some stuff that'll be coming your way very, very soon. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a fun one. Naturally, because it's a drive-through sequence, so naturally that's always fun, and I always get a lot of comments for people that love seeing me go through the drive-through and say what I say, and I have a good time doing it. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but just know that there is a drive-through sequence in this review tomorrow. That's all you need to know. But of course, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I always launch it noontime my time here. Very rarely will I do anything outside of the 12 o'clock hour. I think it's a good mix to get you guys on the West Coast at noon, and then the East Coasters at 3 o'clock, and then the in the middle somewhere between there, I think 2 o'clock for Mountain Time. And if you're international, then it's when it launches for you there. But I love you guys. You know I love you guys. But let's see who else we've got on here right now. The Angel Munoz Variety Show. Great to see you on here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. It is an amazing situation to be here. Yes, Angel, good times with you. Let's see. So yes, let's start off with this here right now, because it has been a little bit of a topic this past week. Obviously, you guys are aware of COPPA, whatever you want to call it, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act, which is with YouTube complying with the FCC after a $170 million fine for improperly collecting data on children's programming, basically for things that are, ads and things that are placed inappropriately, things like that. So now we have a huge thing going on with what that's going to mean for channels that are quote unquote not exactly made for kids or made for kids. Very confusing in the beginning. Naturally, if you have your channel set to one particular status and then they find that it's not, you have the potential, not saying it's definitely, but you have the potential of being fined up to $42,000 for anything that they deem improper or something along those lines there. So I'm just going to give you just my casual viewpoint of it. Naturally, I understand, naturally this is the FTC, I should say, that's doing this, and YouTube is obviously having to comply with it. But of course, as with all the scandalous things that have happened with certain things that happened last year with certain videos and certain big name YouTubers who were pulled off the network or pulled off the channel because of inappropriate content. That kind of was the catalyst, I think, for a lot of these things to kind of be looked at harshly. But now it's really going to make, I think, a lot of people kind of maybe reflectively or inflectively, if that's such a thing, or just basically looking at themselves in the mirror and asking them, is the content that they're putting out there proper in terms of, who may be viewing it, so to speak. So when I first saw that, I instantly thought, okay, well, what is that exactly going to mean for food review channels? I mean, naturally, I don't think anyone 13 and under, I don't think is searching out, something in terms of, that type of thing. There's a little bit of a gray area. So I think in terms of our niche, I think we're a little bit safer in terms of that, as long as the content that you're making is not geared towards, anything that could be misconstrued, for being questionable content in front of children, things like that as well. And personally, for me, naturally, I don't cuss, I don't use language, I don't use things of that nature on my channel. So I'm very careful with that. But for me personally, my avatar, my Peep This Out avatar, is a cartoon character, naturally. And it's basically just a stylized version, supposedly, of myself with a green hat. But at the same time, personally, for me, I'm not too worried about that. I know my content, if all of my videos are flagged for or examined, I don't think they're going to be flagged for anything inappropriate that way. I think I pretty much have a very clean channel, so to speak. So I'm not really worried too much about that at the moment. So to be honest, that's kind of that's just my thing with that too. Jesse Farrar, I'm seeing the $2 super chat. I appreciate you as well. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You guys are you're ganging up with the super chat donations with John. I appreciate you. So yeah, I don't think, like I said, for the majority of the people who really put out just basically family-friendly content in general, and I don't see my content being anything but that, indirectly, that's how I've always made my content. I think that you're going to be fine. I personally think that, as long as, like I said, you're not stylizing things in a way that, or your thumbnails are in a way that could be misconstrued for something like that. I think, if anything does come up and you do put that towards YouTube, they can pretty much put 2 and 2 together and, try and go what they need to. But I know how scary it is with the idea of being fined over 42 grand for things that are improper. But I think that has to be really extreme for that to happen. I don't think they're going to be trigger happy trying to do that. Now, we'll talk more about that as we go. But when it comes to channels being commercially viable, to Jackie's point, yeah, it's a little scary with that, because what do they deem commercially viable? What's the stipulation for how much revenue is generated from the ads posted on one particular channel to make that distinction in terms of how that is? So I think we'll find out more about that as we go. I think personally, I'm only speaking from our niche. When you hear me talk, just so you know, it's from our particular niche right there. Kenneth Taylor, you didn't read my messages I send you. I'm trying, Kenneth, I'm trying, but let me just make a couple of points and we'll jump back in to this here. But I love you guys. I'm always acknowledging. My chat is definitely packed here right now. But when it comes to the other stuff in terms of commercially viable, I think from our niche, from our point of view, I think it's a natural service. If you're putting out quality content in terms of what they're looking at, if you're getting a push and if you're growing and you're getting more subscriber base and more views primarily, not necessarily subscribers, it's going to be more coming from the views, because that's literally a good bulk of what people get on their channels, at least from what I've found, is from people who are non-subscribed, believe it or not. And at least that's what YouTube says in analytics. So I think as long as you're putting out that quality content, you're not using the foul language, you're not, really going out of your way to kind of quote unquote be edgy in that way, because that's also a deterrent for advertisers, which is a deterrent overall for ad revenue, which indirectly, as you're beginning to see the dominoes line up here, it could be a problem for some channels for that. So that's just my personal opinion of it. But fortunately, in looking at just from my own point of view, just from when I began my channel up until now, I've always been very consistent with what I know that I was going to be doing and just continually growing that way, but also being very careful and not doing things that are quote unquote, they're not in my character to do, to be honest. I think if I were to, completely flip the script, let's take a poll here real quick here. And I'm very curious to see in the chat, if I were to start cussing, if I were to start completely changing everything about what my channel is right now, do you think that would be like a positive thing for my subscriber base or a negative thing for the subscriber base? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if that would be something that you would expect it. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking you that in a minute right now too, because this is what I'm afraid of what may happen. But let me see a thumbs up if you think that's the case. Bus says negative. Yeah, so far negative. Stefan, don't cuss. Yes, definitely. Do not worry. Let's see. Thumbs down, don't cut. Okay, I'm beginning to, okay, we're going to see the trend here with this. If that's the case, it's much harder to actually reverse something that may have been negative already and to try and change it, as opposed to completely flipping the script and trying to immediately kind of come clean now, so to speak. It's, meaning that you want to make sure that what you're doing there is not, going overboard, not really, years ago that may have been okay on YouTube, but it's their platform. This is what the rules are, and this is kind of what it is. So naturally, changing your content instantly to be that type of edge, and then now wanting to go back to it's a jarring change, first of all, because people are going to be like, that's not how you were originally. But at the same time, it's hard to kind of categorize, where that would kind of fall, where you would be, where you'd be labeled as. So Kenneth Taylor, no foul language for you. Yep. It's just very occasionally I may throw a quick little innuendo in there, but it's nothing to the point of really like racy content. It's just not. It's just what I do. Guys, it's food reviews here on YouTube. I'm not trying to it's not about that type of thing here. David P, what's going on? Great to see you on here. If you're putting out quality content that's within the guidelines, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. That is the comment of the night so far. That is exactly what that is. And I think if you're putting out that content where you're not, shying away advertisers that are, obviously are not going to want to advertise as much because of some of the things that may be said or some of the things that may be being done on these channels, that's going to be the thing there. Unfortunately, it's kind of, they're trying to make the blanket channel a family-friendly environment, literally across the board. But in terms of the whole kid privacy thing, that's kind of the, one of the biggest things I think ever, as outside of adpocalypse and what happened with everything, with content being looked at more closely by YouTube. But like I said too, and when I have conversations with people offline, this is actually something that has probably been in the works for a long time, but we all have to understand and realize that this is not our platform. We're on the platform because we produce content for it. So we don't own it. And this is the changes that they're putting in place. You either have to kind of move with the flow, and as much as people love making videos about, down with YouTube and down with this, that type of thing, because of the changes. And I understand the whole freedom of speech thing. At the end of the day, as long as you just stay within that realm of just putting out the content, the quality stuff that's within the guidelines, just like David P says, then nobody should really have a problem with worrying about, am I going to be taken down? Or is there an issue for that? Or should I be concerned about that? Or anything along those lines there. Elizabeth Ricard, monetization percentages will go down as well. It's very possible. Naturally, there's a domino effect. We'll have to see what happens. But once the ground shakes, all bets are off. Well, we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people are getting so scared right now that they're already, announcing they're going to leave YouTube. They're canceling channels and things like that for things that may not even be necessary. I think that people are really getting into this hysteria right now that they should really kind of let's get to January 1. I know December 10th, I think, something like that is when one of these things goes into place. and kind of go from there and see what happens. But, you know, like I said, if you're doing what you need to do on the channel and you're doing it in a positive way and it's not an offensive thing, because naturally it is what it is. Those days of offensive stuff, I think, have been on the wall as being marked for targeted for termination for a long time for that. So I think with our niche in particular, I think we're okay. Honestly, I think we're okay for the most part there. I don't really know any other content creator within our niche that may be doing things that are sketchy in terms of language or in terms of anything for the most part, that I don't think that we need to be too concerned, you know, about that. So we'll see here. E-Ricard, once you officially go kid friendly, they flag your channels as such. You lose notifications of no playlist, no community tab either, and no comments if you do that. So basically, it's kind of like the kiss of death. So that's really kind of what that is there. There's no interaction with your base unless you're doing live streaming, which, by the way, when you start a live stream right now, it asked me, is this a kid-friendly, is this a made-for-kids live stream? It's at that point. So obviously I put no, it's not, because it is what it is. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes out here for sure. So Drew, you need to bring back bomb sexy reviews. Yeah. That word definitely has always been flagged, and that's one of the reasons I've kind of pulled back slightly from using that on occasion. But yes, just me out here. Sherry, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. December 10th from Jackie. Okay, cool. E-Ricard, I hate to say it, but I think you're being too optimistic. I'm really hoping you're right, and I'm wrong. Well, I gotta err on the side of optimism here, because naturally I know that this is all going to eventually kind of calm down and quiet down slightly. But like I said, the people who are maybe putting out content that is of that questionable nature, it may be something that they have to maybe kind of look inward and say, okay, is this something that I still want to do? Or maybe how could I change it up to still deliver something similar, but still be within the realm of being okay in the eyes of YouTube's, you know, system in terms of how it's done. But yeah, the monetization thing is obviously a problem, because naturally the loss of revenue and the loss of certain things, and granted, whatever you may make on YouTube, which is different for everybody, I'm not going to say anything about what I do with it. But at the same time, it's you just have to realize is, you know, what's the most important thing? The passion to create, and obviously making something on the side because of what you're doing and putting in the work, and that's always fun too. But is the passion going to be there to continue to do that? I think that if you're passionate about the niche that you're in and you really want to harness what that is, I think personally, you'll find a way to make that work because you enjoy creating. I mean, as artists, I mean, technically that's what we are on the platform. It's a way of channeling that passion from within that we have out, but it still has to fall within a guideline, even though it's quote unquote the freedom of speech thing and that whole thing as well. It's a very gray area. It's a matter of really just, you know, looking inward and just kind of moving your channel forward. And if it's something that you want to do, then that's going to be something you'll find a way to make it happen. Life finds a way, right? Jurassic Park. All right, we are at the 18-minute mark. I think I've gone over way too much of that. If you guys are done with me talking about this right now, give me a thumbs up in the chat so we can get started with the regular scheduled program. Let me see a thumbs up here and see if you guys are ready for the next level. Let's see here. Fuzzy bunnies, fuzzy bunnies. Larry says thumbs down. Teresa, thumbs up. South Carolina, Catherine, Matlock, great to see you on here. I know I went a little bit of a soapbox there, but now we have got it over with. So in so many words, everybody just calm down. Let's just see what happens with this, and we'll figure things out as we go. I mean, it makes for great YouTube videos. It's a very scary situation, but let's just do it. Okay, so I think it's time that we get into the quickie review for tonight, and we'll get into this. Like I said, I've literally been sitting on this. Well, not literally been sitting on this, but I've been sitting on this product for like 2 weeks now, and I definitely wanted to do this there, only because naturally, with next week being Thanksgiving, next Friday I am absolutely not going to be streaming because it is Black Friday weekend. So I am going to be knee deep in trying to hopefully pick up a few things that I've been waiting on all throughout the year. Because I literally, guys, just so you know, I produce so much content here on the channel. I am always doing something. Almost every day there is some form of editing, either editing, filming, combination of the two outside of my regular world. So it gets crazy with that. So there'll be no stream for next Friday, but naturally the week after I'll be back and we'll be right into December and everything will be solid. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, are you eyeing anything for Black Friday? Yes. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, mostly a bunch of games and things like that, to be honest, that I really haven't had a chance to pick up. And actually, it would have been a waste for me to pick these games up when they first came out because I wouldn't be able to get to them. But, you know, naturally with December, I have a little bit more free time. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Resident Evil 2, I still want to pick up. I've kind of been stockpiling. I've been saving and everything that, you know, from the channel just to kind of get it going there as well. Mr. Jimmy is eyeing a new computer. Mi Familia is in the house. Jimmy, thanks so much for jumping on. Yeah, I'm actually, that's actually the biggest thing is just stockpiling because I definitely want to get a new Mac. I've had my MacBook Air since 2013, believe it or not, guys. My workhorse has produced my channel from the beginning until now. And I love it naturally, but I definitely need to get a little bit more horsepower and things that I want to do. And naturally with my little engine that could, sometimes it's a little hard for it to do what it needs to do. If you guys remembered a few months back, I used to use a front-end software that had graphics and things like that as well, but it was really taxing on the experience. So I want to get back to doing that by having a system that can deliver the horsepower naturally. So that is the goal right there. Nehemiah Sanders, great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. You may have been on there earlier. I don't know what I want this year. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, did you try the El Pollo Loco tamale yet? I have not. I have not. I know they're advertising them all over the place here. But do check in for tomorrow's review for something that may or may not be similar. That's all I'm going to say. So, guys, let's get into it right now. It is the pre-Thanksgiving week stream, and I definitely want to jump onto this right now. And for those of you who may or may not know, my boy Drew from Drew's Food Reviews loves to kind of guess what it is that I'm going to be reviewing. And 9 times out of 10, he is correct with a lot of things, which is really kind of scary. Now, of course, it is the process of elimination because he's also very much on picking up a lot of the things that I'm saying, little things that I throw out there occasionally. And then lo and behold, next thing you know, it just happens to be true that way. So only because this is kind of peeking up through the bottom here right now, we're going to be taking a look at the limited edition Pringles Roasted Turkey Chips, which is insane because I was in the market with my sister a couple of weeks ago. And I got to tell you, when I saw this, I was like, what? I remember kind of reading something about this maybe about a month ago. But next thing I know, this was in the store. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen this. But I have no idea what this is going to taste like. As you guys mostly should know by now, I never look at the ingredients of anything I'm going to review because I want to go in blind. But I definitely want to give this a shot. Snake Master, if you eat all of that, I'll give you $20. I appreciate you, but I'm not eating the whole thing. So we'll have to see there. But part of me is thinking just by looking at this, I mean, I love the marketing of it. I think it looks really, really cool naturally. But what I'm assuming this is literally like the ramen noodles that come with the little, like the powdered chicken powder that you put into the soup to kind of flavor it. I'm picturing it's basically going to be dusted with a chicken flavored type of coating. And actually, that's all that I can possibly think that it's going to be. So have any of you guys ever had this? Have you guys tried this? This literally is out maybe a few weeks now. Give me a turkey in the chat if you guys have actually told me about this, or if you guys have tried this. Let me see a turkey in the chat. We got a turkey from Nehemiah Sanders here right now. It's all good. It's all good. Look at this. Okay. So yeah, like the Japanese chicken Pringles. Yes, I'm sure it's very similar. I'm sure it is very, very similar to that. Now, if this is going to be as good as ramen chicken noodle flavor, because I do like, believe it or not, even though it's loaded with sodium, I like, top ramen. I like that flavor, even though it's really high in salt. But I'm very curious to see if this is going to be pretty amazing. So far, I'm not seeing any turkeys here in the chat just yet. But like I said, this is new, $1.49 at my local Vons, which is a major market that we have here on the West Coast. But again, the classic Pringles dude in there. We got the roasted turkey, and the marketing looks really cool. I'm not going to save this container and add it to the very back that I have on here naturally there. Carl Broussard has tried them. Okay. All right. Very cool. Nehemiah wants to know if it's going to make me feel sleepy like regular turkey. Hey, if I pass out on this stream right now, you guys are going to be witness to it, and this is being recorded as we go. So who knows here? So Oleg250, great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping in. All right, let's open this up and see what is up. Pop, play, eat. Let's see what this is here. I'm not even going to smell this first. There we go. I'm going to let you guys take a look inside. I'll look on the viewfinder. I know it's kind of bright, but it is the standard Pringles all the way down there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but why don't they have kind of like for deodorant, they have like a little twist thing on the bottom. Why don't they have something like that for Pringles containers? I mean, seriously, when you think about it. Let's see. David P. Next up is stuffing flavored chips. We'll have to see. Have I tried the Burger King cheese tots from Dominic? Yes, a long time ago. Definitely take a look at the playlist on my channel here for sure. And also, just to remind you guys, if you're curious about anything that I may have reviewed, just do a search for Peep This Out here in YouTube, along with the name of what it is. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to see that I've done it already with almost 1,000 pieces of content out there. Mr. Jimmy, you know what the turkey chips would have gone well with the pumpkin pie candy of some sort. Yes, that's very valid, Jimmy. That's a very valid point right there. All right, so let me smell this real quick and give this a go just by looking at it, even with this like light, pseudo light, ring light that I have in front of me. They don't appear to be dusted, but oh, wow. That is a roasted turkey smell. That is insane. That is roasted turkey. That smell is that's nuts. Hold on. My expectations are very high for this right now. Standard nondescript Pringle, which by the way, these are not potato crisp. A lot of people think these are actually sawdust. There's no potatoes in them. But they call these potato crisps instead of potato chips of some type there. But let's give this a go. That's crazy. Roasted turkey Pringles. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. That's crazy. It's got like the roasted basted skin of a turkey type of flavor. It's rich though. That's cool. That is nuts. That is nuts. I'm going to eat a few of these. Hang on. This is awesome. I am blown away with this right now. That is awesome. That really is. Wow. Okay, Dev Coolness, thought you said you were not going to give it a smell. Initially, after I show it to you, of course, but then I've got to go into it. Wow. They should make it a fried turkey too. Technically, I mean, it's got like kind of like a fried type of taste to it. I mean, it's Pringles, but that is nuts. That is so crazy. Guys, if you see this in the store, I mean, for $1.50, it's worth it. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a novelty type of snack naturally, but roasted turkey Pringles, I'm blown away with this right now. You know what? This is a 9 out of 10 straight. Oleg 250. What score would you give it? 9 out of 10 by far. The only reason it's not a 10 is because naturally the flavor kind of dissipates quick. I mean, you get it, and then it goes right into the regular Pringle. I think if they can develop something where it's like a little bit more of an even balance as you keep eating it, it's kind of staying consistent, because the flavor, it's got a roasted turkey skin type of base to it. I can't describe it better than that. It's got the right amount of saltiness because it's a Pringle chip naturally, but the actual turkey flavor is standing out so amazingly awesome on this. I'm shocked how they've kind of nailed that flavor. This actually is exactly what it's telling you it is. It's awesome. I may be eating this throughout the stream right now. This is really, really good. Wow. Well, let me see ingredients on this one here. Well, it's got some garlic powder in it, spices, onion powder, and there is nothing that stands out as being anything turkey related indirectly, because it's a simulated thing naturally, so it's artificial and natural together. But man, 15 crisps, 150 calories, 9 grams of fat, 16 carbs. Protein is 1 on this there. But man, I am shocked by this. I'm also really shocked that none of these are broken. I was worried about this in transport, by the way. It's really, really good. Let's see here. Buzz is on his way to Pasadena to take them from me. I'll bring you a canister. I'll bring you a canister. Yeah, these are pretty good. Peter J. Show, what it do? Those have been flying off the shelf at Kroger. Definitely says something. I'm telling you, this is the truth. It really is. Something like this on a Thanksgiving table, I can almost guarantee you that's part of the reason it's going out quickly. Because if you see this in the store, You're going to want to have this on the table just as a talking point for whatever meal you're going to be at. This would be kind of something fun to bring to somebody's house, like you're going to a Thanksgiving thing. And if you're like me, you typically make the rounds, that type of thing. This is really, really cool. Carlos Bustamante. All the major markets should carry this. For me, it was Vaughn's here in Southern California. But I've seen these. I'm enjoying these right now. I've seen these at the Kroger branded stores. Here we have Kroger here on the West Coast is called Ralph's. So they pretty much have all the Kroger stuff. So it's there. I've pretty much seen this everywhere. But it really is something that you want to get. I'm telling you, this is just, these are fun to eat. Really, really good. Computer Blue, have I tried the Flaming Hot Pickle Chips from Lay's? You know, I may or may not have done those. I don't know why I can't remember. But if I have, it's going to be on one of the Livestream replays. So if you can do me a quick favor, jump to the Livestream replays playlist here on my channel and let me know which Lay's chips I've done. I think I have. The dill pickle, there's a few that I've done in the past. I've done so many. But Nehemiah's is be right back. No worries, no worries. Eric, have I tried the cinnamon Coke that is out now? I haven't seen that. That's one thing I haven't seen, is the cinnamon Coke, unfortunately. But I'd like to give that a go. Let's see. Did it on the live. Okay, Drew, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yes, okay, so the flaming hot. I had a feeling that I did because it wasn't that long ago, but for some reason it stuck out as, you know, that was something that I've done before. But amazing stuff. Mr. Jimmy, I appreciate you if you hit that like button. If you haven't hit it already, we got 50 peeps in the house right now. And guys, I'm telling you, roasted turkey, this is the bomb. It really is the bomb flavor from Pringles. I haven't been excited about a Pringles flavor in a long time. And I can't remember, honestly, the last time that I had Pringles outside of like sour cream and onion. You know, I don't really have Pringles very much often at all, to be honest. But with the holiday coming up next week, how could I not? So Pringles roasted turkey. I'm going to go for 2 more of these because I really like them and I'm still within my 15 chip limit that I usually keep myself to. It's going to be hard with these. Jackie Hero, chives or gravy maybe? She's asking E. Ricard. Walmart has cranberry stripe and cinnamon Coke. Okay, cool. Oh, cranberry Sprite. You know, that's another thing that's out too right now. Man. Larry Nguyen, In-N-Out for dinner. Actually, no. Only because I'm still under the weather, so I can't come out. I actually had a very early day today to run a bunch of errands and things I've got going for family stuff. And I'm pretty exhausted right now, so I'm not going to be doing anything except just putting the final touches on the next couple of reviews and trying to have a little bit of a weekend, so to speak. But we'll have to see. Mr. Jimmy, need a donut after those chips. Touche. You definitely have to go back and get a donut very, very soon from the Donut Man. All right. I got to put these away. I really like these a lot. And I'm actually, be honest with you again, very satisfied with the overall quality of this. And I'm also glad they didn't just take the cheap route and simulate like a chicken flavor, you know, like you get from the ramen noodles. That's what I thought it was going to be. I got to be honest, but it is not that. So really, really tasty. It's got a roasted type of, you know, robust flavor, which is very similar to like that turkey skin, like right out of the oven, that smell. It's really, really good, guys. I mean, this is really awesome. So 9 out of 10, can't speak more highly about this one. This thing is probably not going to last more than a few days, but really, really tasty stuff. The Pringles roasted turkey flavor, really, really slick. And I'm really digging the that little tube that it comes in there. It's cool with that. Very, very nice. Kenneth, what type of Pringle chips? Let's see. That type of looks really, really good. Yes, I agree. I agree. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've had Pringles. Oleg thought no 10 score because no cheese. Touche. You know I love cheese, but that wouldn't be proper for Pringles here right now, for sure. All right, Carlos. Pringles did have the turducken. Oh, which featured turkey, chicken, and duck. You know, I've actually done over at the Doghouse. They have a turducken sandwich, I think, that I've done. Actually, I know that I've done it there. Take a look at the at my Doghouse playlist, and you'll find that that was actually really, really tasty. Had flavored chips along with cranberry stuffing and pumpkin pie flavored chips. It was only available online. Wow, that actually sounds really, really good. Bus, well, the time has come to leave the little chat. I have to go to work at 5 a.m., so it's time to call it a night. Great chat, Ian. I'll be looking forward to looking for those chips tomorrow. Good night, all. Bus 7332, thank you so much for jumping on, and again for your super chat donation here tonight. Thank you, as always, my friend, as also being a patron of the channel and just an overall an amazing guy I've known since pretty much the beginning here. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, Bus. And have a great night for sure. Again, all of you guys who have sponsored the stream tonight, we'll find your names in the description box down below. If you're catching this on the replay already, you're already there, and you can actually see that now, so which is cool. So let's see here. Saber fan, you're doing any of the gas station for 24 hours or person for ordering type videos anytime soon? Oh, that's not really my forte, Saber. I got to be honest with my glass system with things, but they make for good entertainment for sure. But I don't know if I'll ever get around to doing any of those. You know, letting the person in front of me decide what I eat for 12 days or whatever it is. I think the sharks kind of jumped on that, so to speak, and I'm reversing that on purpose. But that's not. I don't know if I'll ever get to that for me personally, anyway. But they're definitely entertaining, though. They are. Let's see. Carla says they're already sold out. Let's see. Peter J, thanks so much for jumping on, brother. If you're still on, hopefully I saw you before you went out there. But again, I appreciate you guys. And we're already almost 40 minutes into this hour stream here. I guess we're going to be able to stretch it as far as we can go here as well. So we'll have to see. Even though my voice does seem to kind of be going, but we're making some progress here. Let's see here. Can't find the Wise cheeseburger chips no more from Larry. Yeah, I had a good time actually reviewing that, I believe, last Halloween. Not this Halloween that just passed, but last. I remember doing that in front of the church from the Fog, the filming location here in Sierra Madre, doing the cheeseburger chips. Those are pretty bomb. Some good stuff there. Stranger Things gave Christmas lights a whole new meaning. Yes, Adam, correct. I don't think I'm trying to talk to Will at all. I don't think he's coming through here right now. But yes, Outlaws Generation, what it do, brother? Great to see you on here, Mike. Let's see. Had a great time at the anime convention interviewing voice actors and vlogging. Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hopefully you jumped on early enough to check out the Pringles Roasted Turkey, which was pretty fun, actually. This was actually really, really cool. Let's see. Jackie, not into the order with the person in front of me vids either. Yeah, it's never really been my thing. Never really been my thing. Let's see. E-Ricard says, nah, if you have your niche and if it ain't broken, true. You definitely want to innovate and change and, change it up eventually because things get a little stale. So for me, I like to change intros. I like to change format in terms of like how I do things, but it doesn't stray too far from that too. But definitely trying some different things. We have to, it's all about up, and naturally, like I've said before, and I think many of you have heard me say this, that whatever may have gotten to you to one milestone may not necessarily get you to the next big one. So if I'm at 24 now, and I've been doing this for as long as I have, obviously I would have to do, something a little bit different there. Let's see here. But that is awesome. Jumping on down. My chat is moving up here. Let's see. Jackie likes watching them, but that's it. Okay, Candace Cherry. Oh, okay, night guys. Got to go tomorrow. Very cool. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you, Candace. Always great to see you on here. Juan, let's see. What's up, man? Support from New Mexico. Beautiful, man. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. By the way, we haven't even, that was my fault too from the beginning. We haven't even rep where you guys are watching this from here. So if you guys want to throw that in there as I'm going down the chat, I'm always blown away by where people may be watching my content from or just watching the stream right now. So that'd be cool to see. Always fun, naturally. Let's see. Kenneth, have a great night. Oleg, how often do earthquakes happen in Pasadena? Well, not knock on wood from the last big one that I posted up there when we were live when that happened. That's 7 and change, 7.1. Scary situation with that, but naturally we get things here and there almost every so often, very small, but usually stuff that you don't feel. But yeah, we'll have to see there. Let's see here, going down the line. Let's see. Da, da, da. All right. Let's see. We're going down. Mr. Tazo. Okay. Take care of my friend. Let's see. Dominic, why do you say stay frosty at the end of your video? It's actually one of my main things I've done since the beginning because I love the saying naturally. From Aliens is where it's from, even though it does creep up in other things. But just definitely a fan of the overall saying there. And it's just my way of saying, just keep it cool, stay frosty. We'll see you next time, that type of thing. Something small, Carl Broussard, okay, Antelope Valley we have in the house here as well. Michael from Detroit, very nice. Moist, Minnesota, MN. I'm taking that's what that is there. David P. Santa Rosa, of course. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia from Jackie, definitely. And incidentally, guys, if you guys see reviews, if you see vlogs, naturally, and a lot of these people who happen to be moderators as well as amazing content creators, jump on over, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely amazing group of people that we have here in the community, and definitely one of the most positive, I think, community aspects of what we have, especially here on my channel as well. We breed positivity, and we just have a great time with everybody together, which is great. Let's see, from Navajo Nation, Warren Yazzie, great to see you on here as well. Braden from New Zealand, that's craziness right there. Thanks so much for jumping on. E. Ricard doing it up big, repping the 804, Richmond V8. What? Let's see. Sherry, just me out here, Arcadia, California. Yes, very cool, very cool. Let's see. The Andromeda Galaxy. That's awesome. Alien transmissions on Earth from the Andromeda Galaxy. That's awesome right there. Palmdale, Carl Broussard, great to see you, man. Must be a little chilly up there right now. Fuzzy Bunnies, Virginia, very nice. Let's see. Drew, he says, the reason I say stay frosty is because I'm a chill dude. I appreciate that, Drew. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys are awesome. Let's see here. Going down the line. Guys, tonight, third episode of The Mandalorian right now. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching that a little bit later on tonight. Want Baby Yoda? Yeah, I think everybody does. They announced that they're going to be coming out with merch for the holiday. Of course they are. But I'm excited to see what's going to be going on with that there. But, nobody knows if it's a boy or a girl. With knowing Disney right now and the way things are, I'm going to assume that it's a female. I'm going to assume that Baby Yoda, whatever the name of it is, the species, is a female. So, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's different and it would be kind of cool. But I want to see why they've never acknowledged this particular character in the current trilogy of Star Wars, because this takes place 30 years later from Return of the Jedi, and The Mandalorian takes place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm sure they'll find a way to make it work. Let's see. Jackie hasn't seen it yet, on the fence. It's amazing. It's really awesome. It probably feels more like the original Star Wars than any of the ultra polished new versions, which are, they're good, but they're not the original trilogy stuff. They can't be. It's just not possible. It just isn't. But it's a great show. It's got that like a gunslinger Western vibe to it. And obviously with Mandalorian, Boba Fett's race of people, if you want to call them people, creatures, characters, it's awesome. It's really worth watching. Really, really good. Let's see here. Going down the line. Let's see here. Let's see if gender identifies as adorable. It definitely is. It definitely is. It's really something else, I'm telling you. But yeah, I really love the show. It's really fantastic. Favorite Thanksgiving food? Probably going to be stuffing. Stuffing, I mean, aside from turkey, I mean, white meat turkey for me, it's just okay, to be honest with you. It's just okay. I'm more of dark meat personally, so I like, like the thigh, the leg, and, all the dark meat there. But I love stuffing, even though it gets you full really quick. I'm just a huge fan with that as well. E. Ricard, am I on delay? I don't know. I've been doing a couple of things, so if you see something happen and you didn't do it, do not be alarmed. E. Ricard, I love you. But yeah, don't worry. But great to see everyone on here as always again. And like I said, from at the top of the hour with this one here, my channel, it's all because of you guys. Everything that we have going on here on the channel here for YouTube. I know that in terms of the safety of, COPA or COPPA, whatever you want to call it there. I'm not worried about that at all. But I'm just very much just, trying to do what I need to do. And, you can't, like I've always said in the past, you can't change the motion of the ocean. You just have to adjust your sails accordingly. And that's all that I think any of us can really do to sum up what's happening right now. So you got to do what's good for you. And I definitely appreciate what you guys are doing for me here on the channel, because it's just an amazing experience to create, and just to see the numbers being what they are, it blows me away. So thank you again. You're not going to hear me say that enough. You may even get sick of it because I say it so much, but I just want you guys to know, that I am. So let's see here. Braden, we appreciate you too. Definitely. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. I appreciate you guys greatly with that. So, definitely. It's all about, like I said, just, the positive atmosphere and the community that we have here on the channel, to really just, keep it just that. I look forward to these Friday nights, like I always say to you guys too, because, it's my time to really kind of, sit here and talk to you guys, and talk with you guys, I should say. Because you guys make it all happen, so it's getting, like I said, harder and harder to answer every single comment on my videos, because I'm producing what I'm producing and everything going on. So these are really the special times that I enjoy, for that reason. It really is just, it's just so much fun to be able to do this for you guys. Saber fan, you deserve it, man. Great content. Wishing you great success. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate all the kind words, Saber fan. You're definitely one of the more positive peeps also in the community. And I appreciate that as well. Let's see here. Pumpkin pie needs to be buried under real whipped cream. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You got to have pumpkin pie. You definitely got to have pumpkin pie with whipped cream. That's really the only way to go, to be honest with you. So yeah, I really appreciate the fact that pumpkin pie exists. And I'm glad that actually, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, because it's my time to really get with it, which I'm excited with. Ricard, real talk. What is the difference between pumpkin and sweet potato? Believe it or not, the actual pumpkin that you think that we have around Halloween is not the type of pumpkin that's in pumpkin pie necessarily. If you do a search for this, I think it was, if you guys have a channel, heard of a channel called, I think it's called Mashed. I think it is. There's talking about like pumpkin pie. So sweet potato is just that. I mean, it's a little bit more of like a standard spud, and it's got that unique flavor that's associated with it there. But pumpkin is unmistakable. There is just no way, because it's a type of squash. They use variations of different types of squash. I don't know if you guys knew this, but when you see it's actually labeled as pumpkin pie filling, pumpkin pie, that type of thing, it's really more of like a conglomerate of squash together, naturally with nutmeg and spices and cinnamon and stuff like that as well to make it what it is. So it's really just more of that. When they say pumpkin spice, it's not necessarily pumpkin itself. It's nutmeg and cinnamon, which they can put that in anything. That's why pumpkin spice overload happens and everyone is sick of it every year, because they make pumpkin spice everything, even pumpkin spice Spam, I think, right? So, I don't know, essentially why they do that way, but hey, it is what it is. And just so you guys know, Costco is always the best deal in town when it comes to getting a pumpkin pie. For $5.99, it's literally like the size of like the width of the screen, practically, if not more. I mean, it's huge. I mean, it is really, really huge in terms of the size there. And actually, if you're watching this on a big screen, that's what I mean by that. If you're watching me on TV right now, then it's the size of your screen. It's a 70 or 80 inch display, but it's the equivalent of that. No, literally, it's really big. So if you guys are itching for pumpkin pie, and most of you should, unless you just hate pumpkin, when Thanksgiving rolls around, you definitely need to pick up pumpkin pie from Costco for $5.99. It's really the way to go. With that as well. Drew, they're putting out Twinkie cereal in January. Really? Well, that'd be amazing to see right there. I think I was waiting to see they were going to have broader availability of the Sour Patch Kids cereal outside of Walmart at the time when I reviewed that a few months back. So who knows? Who knows? But Twinkie cereal, I could see it. I could definitely see that for sure. I am definitely down with that. Green bean casserole for Jency Molina. Let's see. G's Jerica Eats. Great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. That's from G's Jerica Eats. Again, food review channels. Support that community. Jump on over. All right. Let's see here. My chat is catching up here. G's Jerica Eats. Twinkie cereal. Now that sounds good. It kind of does. I got to be honest with you. It kind of does. Favorite cereal for me, probably Frosted Flakes out of all the ones that are out there. I mean, I've always been a fan of Tony the Tiger's cereal from when I was a kid. It really, it's classic. It really is. And the good thing is, that's one thing you don't have to worry about anything getting smaller or changing, because I think Lucky Charms, they seem to be a little bit smaller in terms of the marshmallows from back in the day. Let's see. Doors fan, Taco Bell coming out with chicken strips in 2020. Believe it or not, they actually have that here on the West Coast, closer to Taco Bell, that in the Irvine area, from what I understand. I just haven't been able to drive out that way because it's a little bit of a ways here. It's past Disneyland for me, but I was reading that has actually been spotted there. So naturally, that's something that I would like to get to, hopefully before it comes out naturally or nationally, but we'll have to see there. But yes, the chicken strips, if you guys are not sick of chicken by now, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Fuzzy Bunnies, yes. Pumpkins, Costco pie, yes, you already know. Jency, yes, of course. The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, all that stuff that we watch, all of it. Halloween, all of it. It's absolutely a blast this time of the year for all of that stuff, for sure. Jackie loves the foodie community, positive and welcoming people. Agreed. Larry, do you like midnight snack? Yes. It kind of varies, though, in terms of what it is. And being that I'm staying into that, I don't really have too much here at the moment. But I do have plenty of cold brew almond milk flavored coffee, so to speak. Well, cold brew from Califia. Mocha cold brew, one of my favorites. So that's going to kind of keep me up into the night tonight. I'm going to be watching some shows, but finishing a couple of things video-wise and getting caught up. Let's see. Alien Transmission on Earth. Jelly Belly has Star Wars Sparkling Jelly Bean release. Wow, very cool. Obviously tying into the Rise of Skywalker, right? So that should be pretty awesome. Let's see here. Going down the line. But shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to my amazing mods. You guys are awesome as well. But it is just a really, really great time being on here tonight with you guys. Checking out, again, from Thanksgiving, or the pre-Thanksgiving show, Pringles Roasted Turkey, which is pretty nice here right now. Very, very cool. Incidentally, the stream will be available at some point tomorrow. I've got a lot going on tomorrow, but I'm going to try and get this out as quick as I can so that way you guys will have this. But naturally, 12 o'clock tomorrow is the normal review. So you may actually see this maybe later in the day tomorrow night even. I know I can't get to what I have to do tonight with this. I normally like to get things ready. So we'll have to see there. But this will be something naturally because Thanksgiving is not until next week anyway. So, you guys will see this replay very, very soon. We'll just say that. You guys can relive all the good times here for sure. Drew, got to try the sriracha cheese curds at A&W. We don't have an A&W here. We used to, Drew, in the mall, believe it or not. But they went out a long time ago. So A&W is not really prevalent here in Southern Cali. So I would love to try that, to be honest. I've only tried, there was a place called Spuds that went out of business here in northern Pasadena, Altadena, close in that area, that actually did have cheese curds and like gravy and things like that too. And I did a review on some of their fries that I did that actually had that. So it was really, really good stuff. Take a look and do a search for that too. You'll find it. A lot of those specialized ones I don't have in a playlist, and I probably should. I probably should just create something where if it's like a one-off place, you'll be able to find, the content for it at least there. Unless you're specifically looking for it, that's the only way that it would come up. So we'll have to see. Snap into a Pringle. Oh, yeah. Magic wand. You already know. Let's see. Yeah, I got an epic cheese pull on that one. Nice. I have a ton of stuff, like always. I'm usually about a week behind of me catching up with everything else on there from my own. My watch now is literally like 600 videos deep, and they're all a lot of my favorite ones that I save, but also, other content creators, and I'm posting things to save. But I know exactly if you got an awesome cheese pull from a cheese curd, that's got to be an amazing situation because that's actually kind of hard to do. So I have to check that out. Let's see. Yes, sriracha cheese curds do sound pretty yummy there, Mr. Rogers, for sure. And David P. Poutine is awesome. I know. My buddy Ken over at KBD Productions, he has that to no end. I think his most recent one was the unicorn poutine. If you haven't seen that, jump on over to KBD Productions and take a look at that. That was just a crazy looking situation, for sure. Let's see. Going down the line. Jency Molina saying hello. Ericard prefers poutine tots. I've never had that. That sounds awesome. But then again, I've only had poutine like once or twice, and it hasn't. And it was good. You know, I was ashamed to see this place that I went there go out as quick as it did. Brian Hunt, let's see. What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why? Well, In-N-Out easily, because that's enough said. I mean, I love In-N-Out. It's probably one of my all-time favorites. But more often than not, El Pollo Loco, because I'm there. That's a good staple of my diet. I'm usually always getting a 2-piece chicken meal there. Because healthy-wise, I always get either, if I want to splurge, I'll do mac and cheese and broccoli, but it's usually rice and beans, a little bit of avocado sauce, corn tortillas. So I'm really kind of basic when it comes to that. But in terms of the fast food stuff, when I review, usually between Mickey D's and Burger King for the promo burger stuff, it's always fun. It's always fun. So we'll have to see. Braden says he found my channel while watching KBD Productions. How cool! How cool is that? I had a lot of fun working with Ken a few years back. Haven't seen him in a while, but he is definitely doing his thing there. We did the whole West Coast food tour back, I believe, in 2014. It was literally a year after I started. And we got together and did a few videos there, and then naturally VidCon as well. But son, thanks so much for jumping on over after KBD Productions. He's a good guy. Drew, what's for dinner? You know what? I have got some sushi in the fridge, believe it or not, that I actually picked up earlier today on my way back from running errands. There was some promo things that I saw, so I was like, I'm probably going to have something there. So because everything is the way I'm feeling and being sick, my appetite has been kind of so-so. So that was more than enough for me. So we'll have to see how the rest of the night goes. I'm going to be up. I have a lot of things I'm doing tonight before I go to sleep, and of course, I got to get the Mandalorian in before. So we'll see if I'll be doing a little snacking. Any suggestions on what you think I might want to have after midnight, maybe, or something like that? I don't know. Let's see. Outlaw, where did you get the turkey Pringles at? It's actually from a store called Vaughn's here on the West Coast, but I have seen it in Kroger branded stores. We have Kroger here on the West Coast. It's called Ralph's, and they have all the Kroger products there. So it's pretty much all the major markets. I would assume you should be able to find it, Mike. So definitely take a look for sure. $1.49 shouldn't be more than a couple of bucks if they're really kind of like upping the price just a little bit, but $1.49. Carlos Bustamante, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, including Ian. Bye for now. Thank you so much for jumping on, Carlos. I appreciate you. Thank you. Very, very happy holiday to you guys. Metalbox 12, anyone getting some donuts from Krispy Kreme tomorrow? 2 dozen for $12. Yes, I got an email, and I would just hate life if I'm sitting there with a box of donuts like that. Anything over like 2, I'm good. And I don't really have donuts too often, which actually I've been meaning to do those donuts at Krispy Kreme for the Thanksgiving stuff there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it over to do that there. So I have a lot of fun always, putting on the hat and just having a good time over there. So hopefully I can add it, but I can't guarantee it because of everything else going on right now. Dave Coolness, I understand Pringles are technically a crisp. Yep, we were talking about that earlier. So this may be a little off topic. Doritos, Blazing Buffalo Ranch, and Pop'em Jalapeno, can't choose. The regular Blazing chips, the regular Doritos Blaze chips, I like, but naturally any of those flavors I think would be amazing. Naturally for me, Buffalo and Ranch sounds pretty awesome. Even the Pop'em Jalapeno, probably Buffalo Ranch maybe a little bit of a better profile, I think, because with the jalapeno, it's just going to be that. But Buffalo Ranch, you're going to get a little bit of that creaminess, a little bit of the heat. I would do that. Let me know if you do that, Dove Coolness. That would be my recommendation for you. Let's see, going down. Let's see here. Will In-N-Out ever come with a new burger? Probably not. They're known for one thing and one thing only. Let's see. Found the Pringles at Food Lion. Okay, very cool, very cool. E-Ricard, your daily trail allowance has been reached for sure. Today it seems to be, but as long as there's no acknowledgement of it and just removal, that's all the power that it has, which is no power at all. Matthew, just watched your review of the new Papa John's crust. I think I'm going to have to try that one out. Thanks for the review. You're very welcome. But also know, and I did put the disclaimer, and some people have been still getting confused about that one. That was a very special version of that, which was mostly crust with very little middle with sauce and cheese in it there. So take a look and have the one that you'll get. Naturally, there's nothing wrong with that because the crust is amazing on its own. But the version that I showed was supposed to be 90% crust, and that's what it was. So take a look at the description info there for the locations that were serving that. I think it was only for a certain amount of time, so I don't think they're doing it anymore. But all the regular version of that is available now, and that actually is a high recommendation because it was ridiculously good. Tastiness there. Outlaw, enjoy Thanksgiving, everyone. I will stick around with you till the end of the stream. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for jumping on. We're about to finish this out in about a minute right now. It is coming up on the hour. And my voice has been hanging so far, which is good. I was worried in the beginning. Mr. Jimmy, thank you so much for jumping on, my friend. All right, have a good night, everyone. Everyone have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Everybody here, an amazing situation for the holidays. I hope you guys have. Naturally, like I mentioned earlier, we won't be on next Friday because it is Black Friday weekend. And naturally, with everything going on for Thanksgiving the day before. So I wanted to take this moment to wish each and every one of you guys, again, a very happy and healthy holiday. Whatever you do, just make sure you do something. Think about all the things that you have going well on in your life and things you can't control. It's just that you can't control it. But just try to make the best of every single day. That's really the best advice that I think anyone can give you. Just do right by yourself, do right by others. Not necessarily in that order, but just definitely just be a good human is probably the way that I want to tell you right now. Just be a good human, and the rest will fall in line. There's really nothing else to say about that. So let's see, last couple of comments here. Ivakar, don't forget Small Business Saturday. Saturday, of course. Happy Thanksgiving from Folsom, California. Shelly George, thank you, man. Thank you, Miss Shelly. I appreciate you. Ever tried the double cheeseburger at the Habit or fried chicken sandwich? Actually, yes, I've tried a few different things from the Habit. Jump on over to that Habits playlist, and you will find some fun stuff to take a look at there. Some of it's pretty recent, too. Let's see. Drew, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Big homie hugs to everybody here. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, shout-outs to you and yours. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. All right, guys, let me jump on over to my little section here. We roll this out. And last thing I'll ask you guys here is, do you guys like this amount of lighting? Is this, give me a thumbs up if it looked okay on your side, because naturally I want to have a little bit more of a festive theme. Give me a thumbs up if the lighting was adequate for you, if it was distracting, if I can improve it. You can put that in there in the chat as well. But if I just see a thumbs up or thumbs down, that would be okay as well too. Something a little different. Maybe I'll have a little bit of a light illuminating my back just a little bit here. But I just wanted to make sure it looked okay to you guys. Try something a little differently here. Jen C, have a good evening, Ian, and everybody here. Peep This Out live stream. And say Frosty, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eva Card likes it. Okay, very cool. We should have a partner on a Friday night live stream. Oh, you should have a partner on a Friday night live stream. Well, like I've been trying to get the wifey to do these streams or just to do some of the content there, but she's just not a fan. So it kind of is what it is. So I see up and down. So take it or leave it, as some people would say, but as long as it is not bad, that is the goal. Let's see here. So lighting looks fine. It's like the festive lights too. That was one of the reasons I wanted to do that, because like I said, I want to get into the spirit of it naturally. But of course, with next week being Black Friday, everything is about to go very quickly, guys. So buckle in, strap in your seatbelts, because as of after Thanksgiving, the year is going to fly. And that's usually what happens. It goes into party mode. It goes into shopping mode. It goes into preparing for the end of the year. And it's crazy. Let's see. Mr. Rogers, I would prefer more light, but I'm not going to hate. Okay, cool. Nehemiah, I need to watch Pixie and Brutus videos. So silly. Very cool. Okay, I do know. But yeah, I'll see about adding like another light of some type to kind of have in the back, just a little bit. Maybe another festive light even too, just to kind of give you a little bit more going on back there without being too distracting. Matthew, would like to see you try out the Monster Thick Burger from Hardee's Carl's Jr. It surprised me that there's very few reviews of it. Which Monster Thick Burger is it? Because I've done a whole bunch from Carl's. Actually, a lot of different burgers from Carl's Hardee's, depending upon what's available. But I've done a lot of variations of triple Western Bacon Cheeseburgers. Some other stuff on there too there, but let me know. All right, guys, everybody is closing this one out here. I can tell. Let me jump on over here as well and end this one out here. And just so you guys know, again, thank you so much from the very bottom of my heart. Everyone who has sponsored the stream tonight will find themselves in the description box down below. The video will be up at some point tomorrow. And then we will definitely reconvene the week after next. So I wanted to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving again. And as always, now this is officially done. This is Ian K closing out the live stream for November 22nd, 2019. Happy to you and yours. Happy Thanksgiving. Like I always say, quality content every single week here on my channel. So while you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon, in the meantime, stay frosty. All right, guys. Good times indeed. Matthew, love your reviews. Thought I was already subscribed, but I just did. Thank you. Appreciate you. Looking forward to more reviews. The next one tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you've got some fun stuff coming up this week as well, including something from Mickey D's. So that's going to be probably one of the next ones after what you'll see tomorrow as well too there. But guys, thank you so much for that. Larry Nguyen is going off to the gym. Very cool. Very happy Thanksgiving to everybody here. And again, we will talk very, very soon. So guys, have an amazing weekend. And we will definitely talk to you guys. All of my mods too. Thank you for doing what you do. Tonight was a little bit of a strenuous night, but that's okay because that's what makes the community what it is. You guys are definitely the Peep Familia, and I appreciate you greatly there. Huge, huge, massive amount of love going out to you guys. All right, I'm going to be here in the chat once this ends for a few minutes, and then I will definitely catch you guys in the next review tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great weekend and a great holiday, and take a look at social media. You may find some fun stuff there posted by me very soon as well. Take care, everybody. See ya.